Eric, you want to hit us with the pre-show question?
Yeah. Hey, tell that bird to quiet down. Thank you.
Hey, them birds lost motherfucker. I'm trying to partake in peace. Making all that ruckus out here.
I hate you sometimes, bro. I be trying my best not to laugh sometimes. That shit just...
Is you finished or is you done?
Oh shit.
Oh, he back?
Yeah, we back.
Which singer's biopic would you most want to see? So which R&B, soul, funk, whatever, just sing him up to which one would you want to see the biopic for?
David Ruffin count.
Here, Temptation movie don't exist to you?
Huh?
He said David Ruffin.
Yeah, that was... And it obviously got to be a movie that hasn't been done before. It hasn't been done well. Like, I feel like that Michael Jackson movie with Flex, like that don't count.
Yeah, that don't count. That don't count. We need a Michael Jackson. We need a Prince.
Yeah.
But can anybody do justice to either one of them people? Like,
no, I can't see nobody that could really.
I mean,
Prince one would probably be wild if they can get all the information.
There's lookalikes. There's good actors. I mean, I don't.
But it's the information.
Because I mean, the thing what it is like, would you rather the actor look a lot like them, but like be lacking in acting ability, or would you rather have a better actor that kind of look like the person they portraying?
I feel like that's the issue. Like people be like, oh, such and such would be a Cole, whoever, and they just looking at
how they look,
and it's like, can they capture the essence though? Like,
and then they show up on Lifetime.
Yeah, like
I'm still pissed that Flex for real was Michael Jackson. Like that shit's horrible, bro. Like who fucking idea was that, bro?
He literally did his face
Washington. That was horrible casting.
The movie was terrible.
That was like horrible.
How you got a lanky Michael Jackson?
Who couldn't dance that well? You got to at least be able to dance.
That shit was horrible, dog.
It was an all-around trash pick.
I also need a Marvin Gaye. I need a Marvin Gaye one. I need a real Marvin Gaye movie.
I said Rick James though.
Rick James, yeah.
That list.
I want to see Rick James one too.
I would love to see a Rick James one.
Because that nigga be filthy.
Like they had to air that on Pornhub because
they'd be disgusting, bro. That was a wild.
Yeah, that's gonna be filthy, bro. Nothing but filth of that motherfucker.
Wow, bro, but I was like that shit. I watch it.
I also love a Sam Cooke documentary or a Sam Cooke movie because his death still don't sit right with me. And what Bobby Womack did was dirt. So
actually, I wouldn't mind a Bobby Womack. Like,
hey, you're right.
Yeah, one stone. No pun intended.
Oh,
Charlie Wilson would be dope too.
Uncle Charlie.
Yeah, I think Charlie Wilson would be dope. That's my nigga. You know, he used to be on drugs and everything. Man, he fought the Lord.
Speaking of Ronald Isley, man.
Oh yeah, Mr. Biggs, bro.
We need all of
brothers,
them. I need every legend to be documented in some fashion so that future generations don't forget.
I don't know how impelling Lutheran would be though. I don't know how entertaining it would be.
I don't know Luther's story.
I don't either. That's why I was like, I don't know how entertaining that would be, but. Well,
I think that was a good question. Y'all ready to start?
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Welcome to episode 148 of Technical Foul, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
It's your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. I'm getting better at that.
Oh shit! I heard that. Like usually, he has like a whole little rant that he goes on. So
you know what? I don't keep it the same every time.
He's like Michael Scott. You got to give him the second.
Off the hip.
Off the hip.
I'm
Nonsense.
Only known as
the Eric J.
I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy K Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But better known as K Diddy.
Take that. Tim, this your part.
You can find us at www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker. You can also find us on the Instagram and the Twitter at Technical File. On Facebook, we have a Facebook page called Technical File Podcast. And finally, we have a Technical File Pod Overtime group, which is our Facebook group page where you can join in with the listeners, fans, and fam.
For sure.
And like I say every week, man, if you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Technical File fam, share the pod with everyone you know. Your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your granny, everybody. It's not that hard to share, man, and it don't take that much time. So we definitely do appreciate it. And if you guys, like I said, man, y'all fam. So help us grow the fam and let's do this thing. We can't do it without y'all.
Yeah, and wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. That includes Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud.
We there too.
Spotify.
And then
iHeartRadio.
Boof boof.
The heart of his last leg, goddamn.
Like, damn. Damn, dog.
iHeartRadio.
Look at that.
We'll give it a boom. We'll give it a little something, give it a thud or something, a little oomph.
All right, hit us with iHeart again, Eric.
iHeartRadio.
Boom, boom. What the fuck? Anyways.
Himalaya.
Like a player.
Wooshka. And wherever you're listening to this podcast right now. While you're there, make sure that you like, subscribe, rate, and review. It helps us, and we appreciate it.
Indeed.
For sure. And you know what? Last week, we had a new review. And this week, we have another number one city. New number one. Milwaukee, once again, was not one of our top listening cities over the last week.
Hey, this is in a row. What the hell y'all doing?
Last week, Appleton beat out Milwaukee. And this week, Racine, Wisconsin.
Racilla.
Racine.
I see you, Racine.
Came through in the number one spot.
That's what's up. We appreciate the love, Racine.
For sure. Number two, we got Milwaukee. Shout out to the home state. Y'all got to be number one. I need to tell some more. If you live in Milwaukee, this is a personal challenge to you. You need to put someone else in the city on the pod. We can't have y'all come in number two and we from here.
Exactly.
We need to shoot that damn bird.
Well, let's get it together. Oh, you can hear that motherfucker? Oh, my bad. You can't hear that, goddamn it.
Number
Get
three.
your ass from over here. I'm trying to record. Y'all out here making all that goddamn noise. Shit. Goddamn bird. Yo, monkey ass out the way.
His neighbor's gonna be crazy as hell.
Oh man, yelled that bird.
That crazy niggas out there yelling in the car. That nigga got some real issues, bro. Like they just had a neighborhood watch on your ass and shit. Like
He was real life yelling.
yeah, like at the top of his lungs.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Number three, top listening cities from the past week. We have Rockville, Maryland. There, I ain't gonna shout them out. Y'all just
whatever.
Not
Hey,
damn
somebody
one
from Rockville listening like, damn, all right. I thought he listened, I'll get a shout out. Y'all niggas ain't shit. Hey, they ain't gonna be in the top 10 next week.
Forget what I said about listening to them niggas, man. Don't turn that on. They disrespect the city. All love Rockville. Number four, Clarksville, Tennessee.
What up, though?
Clarksville.
Number five, we got Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Hey, get cold.
Minnesota. Always showing love.
6, we got Laurinburg, North Carolina.
Okay, North Carolina.
Number 7, we got Hespera, I believe it's pronounced, California.
Okay, Cali.
That's
Cali love.
interesting. What up, though?
Number 8, we got Houston, Texas.
H-Town always showing love, too.
Number 9, we got LA, Los Angeles, California.
LA, what up? Y'all
Number
already
10.
know. Laker Nation.
Gang, gang. Number 10, we have Arlington, Texas.
Okay, Texas.
Hello.
Texas.
Arlington. Welcome.
International listeners included Canada. Neighbors to the
Canada.
north, what's up? Republic of Korea.
What?
He just laughed. New Zealand.
What up, Korea?
I'm going to just move on. New Zealand. Germany. And Spain. So shout out to the international listeners from the last week.
Spice Adams shit.
This nigga's stupid.
He's doing gifts live in the recording.
I don't know he nigga looking at him.
I saw him when he...
Oh, shit.
Whew. All right. Let's get into the topics of the week. So, Tech File Cinema. Week 4 of Tech File Cinema. Fellas, are y'all ready to tell the people, if they're new here, what Tech File Cinema is?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, I'm so sad. In the world.
We're quarantined.
And Tech, I only got shit to talk about.
So we find random sport movies for motherfuckers to watch.
Then we talk about the shit.
Tech File Cinema.
Yeah, wow, bro.
And then you gotta put in one of them IR boom 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 boom.
Pew pews.
Man, let my heart live, man.
Man, it ain't sound like it wanted to no more. It gave up for you.
Oh, shit.
All right, so we put a vote out on all our social media channels, and we ask y'all to vote. So please, if you listen to this, make sure you let us know what movie we need to talk about.
Indeed.
So the choices this past week were Blue Chips. Who selected Blue Chips this week?
That would be me.
Ken?
Mm-hmm.
Semi-Pro? Wait, was Semi-Pro this week?
Yep.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I think I was Eric. Somewhere, bro.
Yep.
I had 42.
You had 42, and I had Jerry Maguire,
Yes, ma'am.
which I thought would get some more respect, but y'all niggas don't respect nothing. Anyways.
She's shaming niggas.
Right. Jerry Maguire is a great movie, y'all.
Maybe
Well,
we'll get his
actually,
turn.
I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't quote me on that. This week, Blue Chips won. And
It was,
IMDb describes this movie as a 1994 film about a college basketball coach who is forced to break the rules in order to get the players he needs to stay competitive. Y'all agree with that assessment of what the movie about?
Yeah. That's definitely the gist.
The film stars Nick Nolte and Shaquille O'Neal. Those were the headlining names in the movie. But there were a lot of other actors in this movie that kept popping up. And I was like, oh, what?
Yeah, it was plenty of guys.
I was like, Ed O'Neill. At first I was like, Al Bundy. Then I was like, don't be disrespectful.
Right.
Say the man's real name. And I was like, Ed O'Neill.
his name was Ed in the movie, too.
It was.
Yeah.
It was funny. Alfred Woodard popped up and I was like, wait, what? Then I realized it was Bob Cousy who was the AD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's Mr. Free Throw. Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
He was great at the motherfuckers.
They said that the script called for him to just shoot like naturally and whatever happens. And he literally just was not missing, which made Nick Nolte improvise and be like, you just don't miss, huh? And that's how that whole...
You shot it left-handed and still catch that motherfucker.
Hey, that's how Bob Cousy used to get buckets back in the day, man. And Penny Hardaway was in here, too. He was one of the other kids.
And like all the basketball teams, like they had like real basketball players.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I was like, oh, that's him. Oh, that's him. Like Rick Fox didn't turn down no roles.
Not never.
Marcus Johnson was in there, too. I was like, oh, he a coach.
Well, I realized then that it was it's the same director as White Men Can't Jump. So that's why you saw a lot of like overlap between the two. I then went and looked it up. His name is Ron Shelton. Like, he directed a bunch of sports movies. Like, he did Bull Durham. He did some boxing movie. Like, he had a whole run of sports movies. So
that's tight. Yeah, I remember reading the director. He said that like he believed that for a quality sport movie, you need actual athletes. Like that's why he went and actually got a lot of hoopers. So
yeah.
So.
Like, I guess, Ray Fox was on one of the teams. Like, they had Bobby Hurley, Calvert Chaney, like a bunch of like people that you would recognize from like the early '90s. Like, basically anybody that was coming out of college that year in that movie.
Pretty much. Had any of y'all ever seen this movie before?
No, I've never seen it.
Tim,
I've never seen it either.
You never saw it, Eric?
Yes.
You saw it before. This is my first time seeing it too.
I thought it was actually pretty good.
It was. I thought it was like
it was a really good movie.
Nick Nolte was actually a great coach.
Yeah.
I don't know about that opening speech, bro.
Wait, who first?
Yeah, go ahead, my bad.
I don't know about that opening speech, bro. That motherfucker came in hot. I'm like, dude, why you talking to them like this?
He came in cracking shot.
I thought eventually he was going to come back in and be like, I didn't mean it or something like that, but he never did. It just kept getting worse.
I was like, Bob Knight, until Bob Knight showed up in the damn movie. I was like, okay, Bob Knight Jr.? I was like, the fuck? Because the whole movie, I was like, dude, he was Bobby Knight the whole movie until he showed up. I was like, oh, shit, Bobby Knight in here. All right, little dog, little Bobby.
Yeah, that was the thing that it was weird to me. So, like, they had the real Indiana University, but that was the only real school. Like, everything else was, like, the fake version of a real school. Like, Western was clearly UCLA. Like,
yeah. I hated that name, like, but, yeah.
Western. That's funny.
Yeah.
But no, it was actually pretty decent. But I mean, I guess it came down for his
tweeting again.
I know, right? That damn bird.
Birds didn't take
I'm
your
going to shoot the shit out that damn bird.
All right, don't have PETA on the show, fam.
They be everywhere.
We're gonna see when I pop the truck, though.
They're worse than the feds, bro.
PETA, fam.
Fuck PETA, dog.
I want all the smoke with PETA.
All right. Anyway,
but no. So it was wild because it came down to his moral compass and pretty much trying to do everything right. So he didn't want to hire boosters pretty much to get the players that they needed for him to become a winning coach again.
And he got desperate.
Right. He had 2 championships. You know, his job was on the line. And cats coming out the blue like, hey, listen, I can get you these guys. Now, I mean, who wouldn't want Penny and Shaq? You know what I'm saying? But it was interesting how, you know, he caved and then he didn't cave. It was like, I know it was his own internal struggle with cheating or not, but when he found out that, you know, I'm not going to try to tell the whole movie, but something else happened prior to that.
We're reviewing it, so.
Yeah.
You talking about when he found out that Tony had shaved points?
Yeah, it was just like.
That was his breaking point.
At that point, he was like, all right, fuck it. Then I already cheated once. I might as well just go ahead and fuck it.
Like, all this time I've been denying that anything had happened, because that's what Ed O'Neill's character, Ed, who was a sports writer, he kept saying, like, you know, there's some stuff going on behind the scenes with this school. There's some stuff going on. But no one really listened. And then when he got these players, he was like, yo, listen, this time, like, for sure there's something going on. So, yeah, it was on the whole time.
So the compromising situation that Penny was in, like, I wonder how often that phone call has to be made where you get these bribes and you get these luxuries and shit like that, these houses, these cars, and then all of a sudden you get there and you're like, you know what, I really don't fuck with this school. Can I leave? But can everybody, like, keep their money and their jobs and their cars and shit? Can I leave, though? Nah, boss. That ain't how this shit works.
Right. Like, we already paid. It's a contract now.
At all.
You got to honor these obligations.
But it was a good movie, though. Like, truth be told, I always watch the movies right before we record. That way, fresh.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I don't know how I feel. How do y'all feel about the whole getting paid under the table thing? 'Cause that's what the movie's about. Like, he's saying, like, it's wrong, but the cricket agent Happy, his point was one that we kind of make, which is they deserve it. They earned this. They just can't get it. So what are we doing that's so wrong?
Right.
So how do y'all feel about
I feel like that's his argument because it sounds good, but like his thing was like it rang hollow. Like he don't actually believe that. It's just
yeah, for sure.
You know, like it's for the prestige of the university and to make his school look better, and it's about the competition with other schools. So it's like everybody else is doing it is essentially what he came down to. Mm-hmm. And we can do it better and get these guys and bring our school back to number one. So I don't know. Like I guess we all know where I stand, which is players should get paid, but I think that it should be legalized so that then they aren't being like blackmailed essentially into doing whatever to keep it under wraps,
or getting having a bidding war like that, where you put an 18-year-old in a compromising situation to make a decision based off of what you can give his family, as opposed to really helping him.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know. It was, but it was like I said, it was really good. I fucked with it. Really did.
What do y'all rate the movie?
I'll give it a 4.25. I was thinking about it.
All right, we ain't doing 2 5s, man.
We always got to do.
We've been doing halves and 3/4.
Halves, just halves, and the first half was last week, I believe.
No, Tim did a half earlier.
Right.
Every level
halves. You get halves. You don't get quarter measurements.
Give halves. Like just give a number. It ain't that hard.
But what if it's better than the number I got?
Then you got to round either up or down.
I round it to the half.
That's what I'm saying. Halves. So give me your number.
4.
Eric?
I give it a 4.
Ken?
Yeah, I'm at a 4 too.
Yep. 4 for me too.
One thing I didn't like about like the end, like yeah, I'm sure his morals kicked in and all that stuff, but he really threw all those kids under a bus though. Like,
dog.
Oh yeah.
He threw everybody under the bus.
Like I say, quit and then like later on tell, but like don't have it so like, because like if he quit and he's like, oh yeah, we tried to get this kid a car, we gave this kid a, like those kids getting kicked out of school, like they're never playing college basketball,
right?
Yeah.
And you mess over like the kids that you claim that you love and all that stuff that were on the team before that didn't do anything wrong, like you just threw away like their senior season. So like, I don't know, like it seems self-serving in that capacity, but
yeah, it was the entire time. Until the end.
No, but yeah, overall good movie though.
Then he went to go on to coach high school basketball. I guess he felt the game was still pure before you get paid off.
Yeah.
Before you get
paid. Dude said that like,
quote unquote.
This is why
how many millions of dollars. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, how many millions of dollars did he earn, like, as the coach of Western University before that, though? Like,
exactly.
It wasn't pure then. It was just like the players weren't getting paid, but you were.
Yeah.
Well, he probably felt like he deserved it.
He felt like the rules had to be followed. But speaking of coaches, we wanted to pay some respects. Don Shula, the NFL's winningest coach, who led the Miami Dolphins to the league's only undefeated season. He passed away on Monday. He was 90 years old. Shula actually won an NFL record 347 games, which includes playoff games. So, only 3 NFL coaches, have ever won 300 or more games. Since you know Shula is one now, who are the other 2?
Tom Landry?
Nope.
I guess Bill.
Bill, yep, that's one.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah, Belichick for sure.
Who else was a coach for a long ass time and won a bunch?
I'm trying to.
Parcells?
Nope.
He quit too many times.
Not Jimmy Johnson.
Andy Reid been coaching for a while, but
Cowher.
Nope.
Oh. Damn.
I don't know. Who you got?
Chicago Bears famed coach
Ditka.
George Halas. Yeah, George Halas was the other coach over 300. Ken, you know your history.
Hey man, that shit old as hell.
One thing I learned this week is that Curly Lambeau was like 23 when he founded the Packers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Young as crap. As crap.
And it wasn't called Lambeau Field until like he died in the mid-60s.
It's a good name.
What was it before?
City Stadium or something like that.
Yep. Some generic. Oh. Let's talk some NBA league news real quick. There's some things that have been coming out. So, man, which one of y'all kids is spazzing right now?
Yeah, that's mine.
What's wrong?
You sound like you're thinking.
Okay, that's a cry.
See, I felt it. The NBA announced the postponement of the draft lottery and the draft combine. Both were scheduled for this month in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Some look at it like kind of optimistically, like, okay, well, they must be doing that because they know they can't really set no draft lottery because
nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows yet. Like optimism that they might finish it, but also it's kind of common sense. Like this ain't gonna happen right now.
They still talking about continuing the season this year.
Exactly. So like Brian Windhurst reported that owners have been having conversations about starting the 2021 season in December, which they floated out before. That's an idea that we talked about on the show, actually. And this is the testament to the fact that the owners think there's a chance to resume this current season and that they want to give themselves additional leeway in case it takes until the fall to resume the 2019-20 season.
They talking about resuming it in the fall. Like I said, it goes back to what I was saying before. You were saying that cats can't rehab, but I'm like, I don't know. I think cats still rehabbing.
I mean,
what are you talking about right now?
They can rehab. They can't be at practice facilities, though.
No, I'm talking about if they resume, like cats that were injured and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's the GM for the Nets would ask that question. Like, would Kevin Durant come back? And he was like, "That's the $110 million question, ain't it?"
Right. That's what I was saying before. Like, if it does prolong long enough, like, can we see these players like Klay Thompson and them come back?
I mean, I doubt Klay Thompson would because they're not making the playoffs either way. But,
true. They don't want to compromise the top 5 pick.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to come back for 2 weeks and then you're done again. Like, probably not. Whereas the Nets can make the playoffs and then they could play for up to a month.
Yeah, but although Steph Curry's argument, like when they were asking him why would he come back with a little season, he was like, we need to see which young guys I can actually play with since I'm a cornerstone.
Yeah, I mean, like Steph was already healthy, so like he'd be fine to come back. But it's like, do you throw somebody back off a fresh ACL tear just to play for a week and a half?
Yeah, and I was saying like that argument might be the same with Klay, where it's like, and these are low pressure games. Like you get some 5-on-5. Like this is only if you're cleared, not like somebody who is like,
barely coming back from the injury.
Like someone who's been playing 5-on-5 already. It's kind of like if you want to go, you got a couple games, we can just get a look. But
and that man in Brooklyn, he been doing some of that. But
I mean, we'll see. It'll be interesting. But I could also see why a player would be like, no, I'm good.
Like in all my memories now, like it's all like statuses and pictures from last year's playoffs. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I had to stop looking.
We should have been sweeping the Nets or somebody right now. Like,
hey, that's gonna be the wild thing. Like, if they do come back, then we'll have to face him first round.
Well, it'll depend on if they play any additional games before the playoffs.
And it might not be a full playoff slate. Like they may do like the top 4 or 6 in each conference as opposed to 4 or 8.
Oh,
that would be interesting.
That would, because I was thinking they would probably just cut the games down to like best of 3, best of 5, and then best of 7.
And one thing they have been talking about, the rumors resuming this season might include just using a bubble site. So one site that's been thrown out was Walt Disney World, which is the one in Orlando. Mm-hmm. Land is in Cali. But yeah, Walt Disney World was suggested as an option, and then the MGM resorts in Vegas was like, "Yo, look, hey, check it. We will create a bubble city for y'all
and get y'all a whole strip."
They're like, "Hey, by the way, NBA does offers not just for you. WNBA, MLB, hey, whatever else. Look, listen."
No, Vegas is thirsty as hell to reopen.
Exactly,
thirsty as hell.
Do y'all think that a bubble site idea works?
It could, because I mean, if you call it a bubble site, you're gonna quarantine the shit out of it and make sure everybody's safe that's coming in and out of the facility. If players are comfortable enough with that, I don't see why that they wouldn't do it. And it seems like a good enough idea, especially if they're trying to really jumpstart this stuff all over again.
Well, I mean, like the understanding still that they need to, like, their benchmarks still need to be met. So, like, they still need a positive, well, technically a negative trend in the amount of cases being diagnosed, and they need widespread testing. So if we get to that point, then sure. But you have to keep in mind that it isn't just the players going. It isn't just the players and the coaches. Like, it's their medical players, coaches, medical staff. The players are probably going to want their families to at least have an option coming. So I think I've heard like the minimum number of people that would be in this bubble would be like 1,500.
That's enough for the fans. Put their ass in the crowd.
What? Dude. But like, that's a lot of people, but it's like, there's also the idea that you're going to also need to be including people who are working at wherever they're at.
Right.
So it's like, do these employees want to take that risk to be, do they want to be quarantined too? Like, cause they're going to have to be quarantined. Like, everybody in the bubble is literally going to have to live in the bubble.
Right.
There's no coming in and no coming out of the bubble.
And keep in mind that you have coaches that fall in the age range of like the elevated risk or whatever. So like Greg Popovich is over 70. Mike D'Antoni is like pushing 70. Like there are assistant coaches that are like lifers that are like in their 60s and 70s. So like there's a lot that they need to take into consideration other than, you know, like these 20 to 35-year-old players.
Right.
Do y'all think that Disney or Vegas would work better as a bubble site?
Probably Disney.
Vegas, you can really block it off, though.
I was going to say, I would say Disney because the Vegas Strip is still in the middle of the city, whereas Disney is its own resort. Like, it's already kind of concealed off.
Yeah, it's easier to control.
Yeah.
Plus,
and
it's already built, and it's
exactly.
like, it's owned by Disney, and like they're a partner with ABC. You know, like they own ABC and ESPN. Yeah. So, like that just seems like the more logical place to hold it.
Yep. And
but
then
they could probably get more money out of Las Vegas.
But Vegas will also have to build courts. Like you said with Disney, at least they got stuff already ready. But we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, we'll see. A quick 5-second video of 53-year-old Mike Tyson training on the mitts has gone viral. And I was like, great, because I recently asked the question if people would fight Mike Tyson now for 10 stacks. And some people actually said, yeah. If you listen to you in our Facebook group, you know what I'm talking about. Make sure y'all join the Facebook group. But
I might not have fought like Parkinson's disease Muhammad Ali, just like there's like muscle memory involved. Like,
yeah. And he is in great shape right now.
That's why I said I would not smoke with that man. He want to play around. Like, oh, let me show you some moves. Nah, Mike, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good, bro. Don't want to accidentally piss you off with the wrong joke. Nope.
His trainer actually said that, quote, I didn't know what to expect. He hasn't hit mitts for almost 10 years, like during the time of the video. So I didn't expect to see what I saw. I saw a guy with the same speed, same power as guys that are 21, 22 years old. And if you watch the video, that right hook when it came to the trainer was, I'm done. Like, that's it. Like, we good.
He told the man to heal. He told him to heal. What?
No.
And walked off because he said he saw his life flash before his eyes. Like, he was like, when you see a right hook from Mike coming at you the first time, like,
he was
two body shots would have crippled anybody else. He gave him two. Like, oh no.
No, but his trainers added now, they've been training for about 3 weeks now. They do 60 to 90-minute sessions, which include cardio, mitts, and bags. And he said he believes that Tyson can make a comeback within 6 months. Like, I'm not joking.
That's
he added
wild.
he doesn't know if Tyson has an interest in it, but that if he wanted to do it, that he could do it.
That's crazy, dude. That's
I don't know if I would like to, but if he was to come back, because he's a heavyweight. So
who he gonna fight? He got to fight somebody old. You can't give him no young buck. Although the idea of him against the young buck is
I'm thinking about. I want to say Wilder, but he just
Tyson
wild.
would knock that nigga out. Man.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I was how because he was talking that shit about his power.
He would have knocked him out in the 90s. He'd knock him out now. We saw how weak his chin is.
Like, but it would. I mean, the money, the draw, that fight would be ridiculous.
All right, Tim, I got a question for you because you're the most confident athlete of the four of us. Do you think you could be any legend in their sport? That's like at an advanced age. So let's say 60 plus. Like, could you beat like
Usain Bolt in the race?
No, because he's in like his 30s. Like Carl Lewis. Do you think you could race Carl Lewis and win?
How old is Carl right now?
I don't know. Give me a second, but just talk on it.
I would. After it get to a certain age, I wouldn't even want to because I feel like that wouldn't be fair. But I would say up to about.
Carlos is 58 years old.
No, I couldn't be Carlos today.
You think he's still too quick at 58?
Dude,
at 58?
Bro, listen. I don't know if you remember Joey Galloway, wide receiver for the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or Deion Sanders, quarterback for the NFL. Like, these old cats still running 4.5s, 4.6s in their 40s and 50s. No, I'm not being a world-class sprinter in his 50s.
Okay, what age would make you comfortable? Like,
about 70.
Nigga, that's abuse.
That's why I said it wouldn't even be fair no more. That's exactly why I said that. Fuck no. Hell no. I was actually telling, who was I telling? I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, the wildest part about, I think it was Camille, about racing or being fast, it might not have been you, being fast is that no matter how old you get, you're still fast as shit in your age group. Yeah. So even though you slow, I may be slow to these young bucks. For my age group, I'm still faster than most of you niggas. So, like, world class sprinters like that, okay, they lost a step or two. What the fuck is that? They instead of running in 4 seconds, they're running in 4.5. Like, come on now, nah.
Is there
but
any
it'd be fun,
player that you think you go 1-on-1 with? Like, would you play 1-on-1 with like Bill Russell?
I play, but I ain't gonna win. I had an old cat.
You wouldn't beat Bill Russell.
Listen,
Bill Russell walk with a cane now.
Like, come on, man.
You know, that ain't fair. I wouldn't play him. They gotta be fair. They still gotta be old enough, right?
Okay. How about Dr. J? He looks like he's in great shape.
Hey, I'll bust Bill Russell ass. Fuck that. He's scared to say it. I said, goddammit. I'll bust his old ass.
That's the title.
I'll bust his old ass.
Whoop my ass, old bitch.
What you got against old people, kid?
Hey, man, I'm just saying. You know, old people.
No.
Okay, how about, because I've seen Marcus Johnson, because he can still, quote unquote, dunk. Like, would you play Marcus Johnson in a 1-on-1?
He's still 6'6".
Right, bro. I'm still 5'7" in this bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, Tim. Mike Diddy.
Hey, Tim generous with that 5'7".
No,
Like built Mike Diddy?
Generous.
No, Mike Diddy.
Again, I will still play these cats, but these cats are still good. Like, I had an old cat when I was refereeing. He ain't played in like 30 years, but he used to be a shooter. They don't lose that shit. Give them 2 shots, they good. They gonna keep shooting that bitch. Like, they don't lose that shit.
Hold on, let's give Tim the height advantage. So Muggsy Bogues, would you try it?
I try it.
Would you be confident?
Yes.
Muggsy. Okay,
Yes.
I think you should be confident against Muggsy.
Yes, I'll actually go with my speed and quickness in that one.
That'll be the smallest 1-on-1 ever.
This motherfucker here.
Who got these stylers right here? Hey, bring the Fisher Price for these ones.
I'm glad you got that hearty laugh in.
Would you play anyone 1-on-1? Any legend? Eric, would you?
No.
I don't know.
Hey, play your brother's
Because there's no
fight,
upside to it. Like, you get busted
really
by an 80-year-old man, or you beat an 80-year-old man, like...
Put that on social media. I just bust this 80-year-old ass. This nigga 80 years old. You bragging about busting the old ass.
You the one who said, what was the title? What you say? I'll bust this.
No.
I won't bust Bill Russell ass, bro.
Hey, can you beat Spice Adams, bro?
Hell yeah, fuck no. He's talking about whole swag. Add him right now to that shit.
And what, basketball or football?
I drive out to the show, my nigga.
Basketball or football?
Either or.
Okay.
I'm on his heels, nigga.
I hear. And them birds on yours, my nigga. They ain't care about you.
Birds loud as a bitch, bro.
Them birds like they right by you, like.
Like they in the window.
They being assholes because I yelled at them and shit. They came back with more motherfuckers. They were like, I hope this nigga got one more.
Hey, low key, it do sound like it's multiple birds now instead of just one.
What the? They came back with the whole gang and shit.
Right, goddamn birds.
Birds was out here like Michael Jordan, but we gonna get to him in a second and his snitching ways. So a few weeks ago we talked about WWE making all them cuts. Mm-hmm. One of the cuts they made was to this wrestler named Leo Rush. And he took to Twitter on Monday and he said he might not wrestle again. His direct quote was, "I legitimately might not ever wrestle again," end quote.
He sounds so sad.
But I think, and then his next tweet was like, "But hit me for features." Because I think what he's doing is just doing his music full time.
Fair enough.
That being said, it's time to go to the radio.
WTECK Radio, 69.9 FM, where 69 is fine.
Ken, friend, would you tell the people, in case they're new here, what exactly the radio segment is? What do I mean when I say we're going to the radio?
So the radio portion of the show is where we choose a song that is sport adjacent, either written, composed, produced, some way, form by someone in sports. Tim is our DJ. DJ, give it to me.
Tim.
And this is our every time, bro. This shit back.
Buddy.
Hey, fuck you, dog. Hey, I see you got a hearty laugh over there. Nigga.
Hey, you think I'm always lurking?
Fuck you. But this is the back room meeting.
Backstage production meeting. So
there we go. Yeah, what she said.
This is where we plan how we're going to go live on air. Since we're doing this over the phone, Dooch is actually our point person. He will be queuing the music up for DJ. Give it to me.
Hey, Dooch, what's your DJ name?
He ain't got one.
I'm Dooch.
And I'm Dooch. Okay. So, do you want to, Tim, do you want to go live on the air as music is playing, or do you want to cue Dooch when to hit play?
He can play the music first, and then I'll talk over the music.
Okay, so Ken, you counting down Dooch pretty.
Hold on, let me find the name of the song, what that is.
Oh, the song is by Leo. It's called I Wonder.
Leo, I Wonder. Okay. All right.
Ken, count us down, please.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
WTECK Radio 69.9, but 69 is fine. I'm trying to find where the music went, but it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and talk over this shit, get my shit spent. We got Leo.
Too much
I wonder what
it's got me singing now. I'm in trouble. And too much love's got me pushing out and thinking about the scenic route. And I wonder if she wonders where the money really wanders when we're hungry, yeah. And too much drugs got me singing now.
I wonder if you got a real guitar.
I do not know where I'm going, but I do know that I'm showing, yeah. Pain on my face when I'm home, too much space when I'm gone. I know that you feel alone.
I'm sure that's probably peaceful, like sitting there playing your acoustic guitar and shit.
It's a little pop, man.
That's not bad.
It's kind of smooth.
They got a Kid Cudi vibe.
Yeah, like an R&B Cudi if you sung more.
Yeah.
Too much drugs got me singing now.
Guys, right up my wheelhouse.
I'm in trouble. And too much love.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna add this one to the collection.
Scenic route. And I wonder.
I like how it feels.
If she wonders where the money really.
Maybe that's what we could do for the anniversary.
What, bring back our favorites?
Yeah. Got me singing now.
It's a good idea.
Oh, I already got it in mind.
I remember those days, million thoughts in my head, sweetest smile on your face. Inside I'm feeling so dead, 'cause I want you. Yeah, I want you.
This is a great song to party to.
Wanna ask for your hand, take you out on a date.
You know, we have played a lot of freaking songs, bro.
We a real radio station.
Yeah, we are. Real talk.
Yeah, I know you. I wanna tell you everything that's been going on, but I'm afraid that you're
we play more music than MTV.
They just got reality TV on all day on repeat.
That's
and
weird.
fam, and they be playing the same one. Like they play ridiculousness like 80 times a day. Like y'all have so much classic stuff in the vault. Why don't y'all bring the old bands back?
Just bring Making the Band back.
On y'all now, like what's going on?
Probably won't, 'cause I'm on one. Too much drugs got me seeing now. Double. I'm in trouble. And too much love.
This isn't bad though.
Yeah.
Not at all.
The scenic route.
Yeah, that was smooth.
I see that was smooth.
Okay, Leo. All the songs gonna sound with an acoustic guitar though, like some John Mayer.
I don't know, man. That was his most pop. I just picked whatever his most popular one was.
It's a John Mayer.
That's what we got.
Yeah.
That's the most played song by him. So I wanted to hit y'all with his best. He got an album coming out, I think, like next week.
Enough.
All right, ESPN's Last Dance continued. Episodes 5 and 6 aired this past weekend. Let's talk through some of these takeaways, and I actually wrote a few down to get us started. You know.
Okay.
So episode 5 did kick off with the Kobe MJ relationship.
Mm-hmm. Immediately.
Yeah, that's the kickoff.
A lot of people was in their fields. A lot of people still weren't ready.
No, it's weird seeing him. Like it feels like he should be here. Like I wish he was able to watch this documentary with us. But one thing that was interesting, and I believe Eric tweeted, "Little Laker boy."
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
When they were at the All-Star game and they're in the Eastern Conference locker room talking about that little Laker boy.
In the second year in the league,
he gonna be out there hustling.
He was gonna take all of us 1-on-1.
But like
they was in there shook, bro.
They weren't there. I wouldn't say they were shook. They seemed like they were more annoyed. Like
dog, he finna make us play for real, bro.
That's probably how they were when Giannis was in there the first time.
Yeah,
true. He was really hustling.
Yeah.
But I mean, like that kind of shows the certain level of respect. Like obviously, like they were kind of like joking about it, but the fact that a dude in his second year, they've been in the league for like a year and a half, they had the whole opposing locker room talking about him. Like,
says something.
Exactly.
At the All-Star game.
Yeah, it's the best of the best in the league talking about him. They all knew who he was. He was no man. That was tight.
Stories. That's
19-year-old All-Star.
And they actually interviewed Kobe before he passed, and he's in the documentary. He said something that was super interesting, and I really hope that this can kind of put some of that stuff to rest, like we talked about, I think, during the Kobe episode, where I was like, there's just kind of a tier. Like, if you GOAT tier, like, you're up there. Like, you just are.
Yeah.
But Kobe said, quote, "I truly hate having discussions about who would win one-on-one. You heard fans saying, hey, Kobe, you beat Michael one-on-one. And I feel like, yo, what you get from me is from him. I don't get 5 championships here without him because he guided me so much and gave me so much great advice," end quote.
And that's what it is. Like, so much of basketball.
What y'all niggas on, fam?
Because he know I was staring at him.
How y'all making eye contact with this guy?
Right.
You know, I'm staring dead at his ass. I wanted to say something. Go ahead, say something.
This nigga, dog. Get your mans.
I feel like so much of sports, like the reason that you can't really compare eras is like so much is built on the shoulder of giants. So, like Jordan showed Kobe
a path, and he followed it. And in certain respects, like he probably surpassed it, but because the level of competition had risen to such heights, or like people had studied what Jordan did and how to counter it, like it wasn't exactly the same, but each generation builds upon the last one. So like you can't just like in a vacuum take Kobe and put him in 1984 because like Jordan was I don't know, like it's just it's different. It's a different era. Like everybody is pretty much compared to the era that they play in, and it's just like the level of domination that they did within their era. So I guess that's why people try to like knock down the competition of different eras because it makes whatever era they're arguing for seem better. But there's no real way to know. So just enjoy it for what it is. It's not better. It's not worse. It's just different.
Yep. And I feel like that's something special about, like, earlier we talked about the allure of Tyson against, you know, someone who's tight now, but it's like, boxing feels different to me because that's just combat. Like, either you can punch or you can't. Like, that doesn't change over the years. Like, it's boxing.
But training methods do.
That is true. That's why I guess you're training now. But
that's some scary shit.
Yeah.
Real talk.
But basketball, the game is literally different for each era. Like, it's like a new game almost. The rules make a big difference because it's certain players like Tony Kukoc, for example, who like he was decent, you know, during his time with the Bulls. But like if he played now,
he'd be awesome.
He would cook.
Oh my god,
yeah, he would cook.
He'd be perfect for this.
Yeah, he'd be cooking.
Jerry Krause got that man killed by the Dream Team, man.
Jesus Christ, bro. They sweated that man so bad the first game, dog. I was like, why are they terrorizing this man like this?
But another thing, though, is that, like, Jordan, like, gambled, like, he was a gambler, bro.
He had a
like,
problem.
they was in the back room, bro, gambling, picking coins off the wall, gambling, bro. Like,
bro,
you have a problem, sir.
Bob Merkin out here doing a Jordan shrug, bro.
Bro, Jordan was having crackhead tendencies in the back room, bro. Bro, he was like, oh, where your money at? $20? Dog. I would have took Jordan money too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Jordan said that he didn't have a gambling problem. He said he got a competition problem.
Oh, okay. Whatever helps him sleep at night.
I said, that sounds like a gambling problem, brother.
Exactly. Whatever helps him sleep at night, you know?
Like
the Bob's market was tight too.
The funniest part to me was like when I think it was John Paxton. He was like, yeah, we were just like playing for like $1 a hand or something at the front of the thing, and Mike was like, man, why? Why you want here? Your money.
I want your money in my pocket. Like, you don't get the fuck away from me, man. That bullshit. Something wrong with you. I'm gonna talk to somebody.
It was also tight learning about the shoes. Like, I'm not like a super shoe head, but like I'm a 90s kid, so I remember the Jordans very distinctively. Like, they are ingrained in my head. Like, I know Roman numerals because of Jordans. Like,
Jordan Super Bowls and WrestleManias.
Yep.
I would say WrestleManias did it for me.
I was a WCW kid, so like by the time I got to watching WWE, I already knew my numerals.
But Super Brawls?
Super Brawls. Yeah, Super Bowls too. Them too.
What were you saying about the shoes though? Or did you have a larger?
How Jordan's mom convinced him to take the meeting with Nike in the first place because Jordan wanted to go to Adidas.
He was hell bent on Adidas too.
Because like I think his agent told the story before, but he was like, yeah, Michael was like a little brat like the entire time. Like he didn't want to be there. He didn't want to go. Like he didn't perk up until they showed him like this montage. Like I forgot the song that it was too, but it was something about flying. And then they put like supercut like all his highlights to it, and then he like perked up. He's like, "Oh my god!" And like that was like the turning point in the presentation.
So y'all had to do something to sell him.
They called with the montages.
Then they said they was hoping to sell like $3 million worth of Air Jordan in the first year and sold 126 million or something like that.
Everybody wanted to be like Mike, bro.
That's crazy.
unless you ask Mike, because then he said, "No, you don't want to do this." And I said, "You right."
Yeah, I'm good.
That's what I've always said. I want money. I don't want the fame.
Dude, that's just wild. Like you think of the paparazzi and shit like that now. I like him. It was just non-fucking stop worldwide. There's nowhere in the world
he could go.
That's wild, dog.
He was like Michael Jackson level. Like how how people used
Jordan
to
and
pass
Jackson.
out seeing Michael Jackson.
Take your
Like
pick.
that's how Jordan was. Like real talk.
Like icon for real. Like that's wild.
Mike's ran the 90 if you think about it. You had Tyson, you had Jackson, you had Jordan.
All right, Jay-Z.
That's why I was about to rap the bars, but then I was like, no, I'm gonna just say it.
Let's see you.
Game 6. No, we ain't doing that.
The crazy part to me was like when he hooped in the ones in 98. I'm like, man, yeah, I bet your feet were bleeding. Like,
And he said they were too small on top of that. I've always heard that the ones are very uncomfortable.
A puddle of blood, bro.
A puddle.
Dude, it was a puddle of blood.
I went on one of my work trips and I wore a pair of ones just to like walk around, do sightseeing and stuff. So I was like walking for probably like 4 or 5 straight hours. My shit was killing me by the end of it. So like running, jumping, hooping, stopping, like
yeah,
you could not pay me to hoop in some ones.
Kurt Willen was on. She was on Twitter and she was like, "I know you lying. Like, that you can't even walk to the store without your feet hurting in some ones. I can't. Like, ain't no way I'm hooping in no ones."
Bust the ass too.
Yeah, he gave him like 40.
Yeah, with his feet hurting.
Correct.
I do like how they showed his global impact though. Like and the song, I want to be like Mike.
Mm-hmm. All the memories came flooding back again.
I was singing the song and shit.
Right.
I want to be like Mike.
And then I was interested because some criticisms that I've heard about the documentary so far is that they're not covering Jordan the a-hole yet. Like it's been too nice. It's not getting nowhere yet. And I know Rick, shout out to Rick. He said in the Facebook group that these were his favorite 2 episodes because it was I'm guessing because it was finally getting into some stuff. And one of the things they did get into was his Republicans buy sneakers too comment and all his lack of activism, if you want to call it that. So like I was wondering, like, over the years, how did y'all feel about Jordan's political stances? Like, how did y'all feel about it? And then when you heard his response, actually, just tell me how you felt about it.
It was always Jordan don't give a fuck. That's what it was always to be. Like Jordan don't give a fuck about this shit.
Mm-hmm. No, I just felt like he just stayed in his lane. He was like, I'm here to hoop. Like, I'm here to play basketball. That's all I'm really worry about or focus on. You can't really be mad at him. That's how he make his money. That's how, his brand and everything. So him not taking a political stand, I don't feel like you can really fault him too much for it.
Yeah, on the documentary, I was actually, because some people are saying like you're not gonna get nothing out this documentary because Jordan's in creative control of it. So I actually thought it was interesting, this segment, because the people who did have something negative to say about him were on here saying some of their points. Like I was really like, oh well, President Barack Obama, of course he can say what he want to say. He Barack Obama, but like, yeah,
like, that's probably the only Michael Jordan, probably the only one that can call Barack Obama a nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
But Jordan did talk about it, like Jordan now, in reflection on it, and I thought this was just really interesting. So I want to know what y'all thought of his comments on the subject. He said, quote, "I don't think that statement needs to be corrected, the Republicans buy sneakers too, because I said it in jest on a bus with Horace Grant and Scottie Pippen. It was thrown off the cuff. My mother asked to do a PSA for Harvey Gantz. And I said, look, Mom, I'm not speaking out of pocket about someone that I don't know. But I will send a contribution to support him, which is what I did. I do commend Muhammad Ali for standing up for what he believed in, but I never thought of myself as an activist. I thought of myself as a basketball player. I wasn't a politician when I was playing my sport. I was focused on my craft. Was that selfish? Probably. But that was my energy. That's where my energy was. The way I go about my life is I set examples. If it inspires you, great. I will continue to do that. If it doesn't, then maybe I'm not the person you should be following." End quote. And when he got done talking, all I could say was, I can respect that.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because like not making a statement is
making a statement.
Yeah, essentially. Like that would be like somebody like, oh, can you speak out against Donald Trump? And it's like, no, I can't do that. I'm just a basketball player. It's like there's a very clear right and wrong. You know what I mean? Like there's like in this situation, like there is no gray area. Like either you're on the side of Jesse Helms, who Harvey Gantt was running against, or you're not. And, like this is a person that was like super racist, like not even like regular run of the mill, you know, soft racism. Like this is hard.
Soft racism.
You know what I mean? Like
you did the GOAT beforehand too. Like
that
was a hard pill to swallow to say.
No, I mean I'm just saying like this is like damn near Klansman level racism. Like so if you're not doing what you can to get that person out of a position of power, then you're like endorsing them to stay in. Like essentially in my book, like. You need, like, I get that you're not an activist, but you should be able to look at it and be like, no, that's wrong. Like, this person should not be in power. And if this person is willing to, is in a position to take them out, then.
Is it fair to assume that's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation?
That's how Jordan feels about it, because it's one of those things where he can't please everybody. So I think, part of why I respected it was him saying, like, was it selfish? Yeah, probably. Like, yeah. Sure, you know why he didn't say anything. It was because he was protecting his brand. He wants to make money. We all know why he was quiet. But for him to say, like, but I did fund the campaign. I did slide money that way. And that's something about Jordan that I did look up and that he has done. Like, he has given a lot of money under, like, he don't say too much about it. Like, he'll just kind of do it.
But this is one of those situations where your word, like, your actions, like, speak much louder than you giving somebody some money.
I hear your point.
If he supports him enough to contribute to his campaign, then you should at least lend. Like even if you don't want to go as far as endorsing Harvey Gantt, like you should at least speak out against Jesse Helms.
But I can see why he wouldn't. That's my point. Like I can understand why he didn't.
I mean, I see why. Like I get it logically. Like it definitely makes sense. Like from his perspective, I'm just saying. Like me judging his actions, like I don't stand for it.
I hear you. We just on different sides of the fence. Yeah, I hear you.
And also, he spoke to Undefeated a couple years ago when he gave like that $1 million contribution to somebody, and he said that he never said this, and now in the documentary he's saying he said it. So
he probably knew he couldn't deny it at that point. There's gonna be other people in there who could vouch for what he did or didn't say. The jig was up. Lying is hard because you got to keep all the lies going.
That's another thing.
I was like, I don't do it. Like, it just take too much energy because you got to remember what you said, and then if you party too much, you gonna forget what you said anyway. So like, why?
That's one of the things I kind of like about the documentary too, because that's one of the checks and balances things that I was thinking of. Is sure Jordan had control of the doc. As far as like the footage and shit goes, but these interviews are candid.
No, anything that goes into his documentary, he has
from start to finish.
Yeah, he saw everything.
Him and Adam Silver, like they both have mutual like veto. So if anything goes in there that the other one doesn't want in, like it's out.
That's fair.
So he kept the negative things in there that he wanted to keep.
Yep.
I thought he had control of the 92 or the 98 footage, not the actual interview footage and stuff like that as well. I thought he only had control of the footage. That's why they didn't release the footage until now.
If you look at it this way, like if there's anything in that documentary that he doesn't want in there, he can kill the whole thing. So that he's going to have approval of every little detail, even if he doesn't have approval of every little detail.
Fair enough.
And I do want to say, I don't think that makes this less interesting. But it is something to keep in mind while watching.
Yeah.
ESPN knows that this docuseries cannot last them forever. And they're actually now televised in South Korea's Korea Baseball Organization, the KBO. They're showing those games during the upcoming 2020 season, which actually kicked off today in America.
Some motherfucker smacked that bitch earlier.
Huh?
Some dude hit a home run and had a bat flip. He smacked that bitch. I was like, God damn. It's only first bat flip of the season.
You violent over there, Ray Rice?
Hey, what? Hell no.
Most of the games are going to air on ESPN2 at 5:30 Eastern time, so that's 4:30 here from Tuesdays through Fridays, and 3 a.m. here on Saturdays, and 1 or midnight on Sundays.
That's so late ass game.
It's airing from Korea, fam.
I hear you. Just delay the airing, bro.
No, because again, like Michael Jordan ain't the only one with a gambling problem, so people are betting on these games.
Yeah.
So they need to see it live.
You're right.
in real time. Money in the Bank is this weekend, WWE's annual pay-per-view. If you're not a wrestling fan, this pay-per-view is based around a match called Money in the Bank, and the premise of that is that there is a briefcase hanging above the ring, and inside that briefcase is a contract that guarantees you a title shot at any time that you deem necessary. So that can be after the champion just got done with a grueling match. It can be
on the pooper.
You have to referee, so I don't know if it will be
bring one with you. Make sure you bring one with you.
So at any time. So the way that you get to that briefcase is through ladders. So it's a very dangerous match. It used to be my favorite match, but they've kind of watered it down over the years. But there's been a few good ones, but I thought it was better served at WrestleMania. It just feels like a WrestleMania type of match to me. Yeah. But anyways, the pay-per-view is this Sunday. There are going to be 2 Money in the Bank matches, as we mentioned before. They are not going to be doing the traditional way with the ladder or the, how I just explained it. They'll be doing it at the top of the WWE headquarters. The matches are for the women. You have Asuka against Shayna Baszler, against Nia Jax. My sister is Nia. Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Carmella. On the men's side, you got Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, King Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles.
Otis. Hey, Jax! That shit was funny. So, real quick, with the AJ Styles coming back last night, I called that shit because me and Sam was watching it, and he had a commercial on in the middle of the gauntlet match. I was like, you know what? I could see AJ Styles coming back and winning this whole damn match tonight. Because there was Bobby Lashley running through cats last night. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. You ain't finna, like, Akira Tozawa coming out. I'm like, bro, why we got all of these? I'm like, y'all not finna do this for Bobby Lashley. And then when they aired AJ Styles commercial, I was like, oh, AJ, somebody come back and win that shit. No, he got disqualified.
Oh.
He was in the middle of the match. He was winning. He was beating up Humberto. And then he got disqualified. And then Angel Garza lost to Humberto. And then Austin Theory lost to Humberto. I'm like, bro, they better not still be trying to push Humberto, bro. I'm tired of this shit too.
You're naming a bunch of jobbers.
Exactly. That was the point. I was like, and then in the middle of the match, AJ Styles commercial came on. I was like, I could see AJ Styles coming back and winning this and being the last man. I was like, hey, Sam, what if AJ come back and win this shit, and then he'll be the star power, the finishing star power needed for the men's match, because he'll be a legit threat to both the men's titles. I was like, I can see that. Lo and behold, he come back and do the shit last night. She was like, you ready for them and some shit? I was like, nah, bro, I'm just, I do this shit. But
I do this shit.
Wait, I thought AJ Styles died.
He came back and addressed that. He addressed that. He said, I am not dead. I don't care what you say.
I ain't gonna hit my butt.
How you gonna say I don't care what you, like, we can see you not dead right now, man.
No, I am not dead.
Like, clearly, nigga, you here.
So that led me to another thing with this Money in the Bank match. It's going to be in the corporate offices, right? And they're going to have the briefcases on top of the offices, right? So I was like, 2 things I feel like is guaranteed with Vince. 1, you got to fuck up Vince's office because you're going to be in the corporate headquarters. And 2, Vince got to throw somebody off the damn building.
What? You right, though. It's like someone's going to fall off the building.
So I was like, well, I got a scenario because we was talking. So I was like, I named all those things. I was like, so I was talking in the group earlier with a couple other guys, Bonzi, Triple T, and the mayor. And I was like, okay, so I got a scenario. I was like, okay, boom, here we go. Have all the women jump Nia Jax, right? Because the women, they see the bigger one. I see Nia Jax doing this bump. Have all the women jump Nia Jax and kick her out the window, right? And then they all staring down at her and shit. Each of them looking at each other like, right, it's right. So they looking at each other in disbelief like, damn, we really kicked her out the window. Because somebody got to, like, even if it's not the top floor, somebody got to fall off this damn building. So then they looking back at each other, and then the camera panned down like Nia Jax, and she all SmackDown posed in the middle of the concrete and shit like that, right? And then everybody look back at each other like, damn, we still in the middle of a match. They keep fighting. Yeah, I know, it's kind of like Heartless and shit. But, and then closer towards the top of the building, I was like, Vince's office got to get fucked up, somebody got to get thrown off. So where they got somebody thrown off, have Nia Jax, I'm assuming Vince's office got a view, bust through the wall like the nemesis off of Resident Evil and shit, and fuck up all the girls because she ain't dead because AJ Styles ain't died when he got buried.
But it's the same match, fam.
I would be here for all of that shit, though.
I was so entertained until you got to Nia Jax coming back through the wall.
She got to come back to life.
She the Kool-Aid man.
Hey, the nemesis from Resident Evil, bro. Oh, yeah.
She fucking like the Kool-Aid.
Duh. And I was like, she got to fuck up the whole office, and it just so happened to be Vincent.
Oh, yeah.
So, I was like, I'll be here. I would love to see all of that shit in the middle of the match. I would be here for that whole spot.
Like I said, I was with you into the Kool-Aid man spot.
You tripping, bro.
Like you was telling me. Like I was like, man, I'm really.
Vince though, he got to make it wild and crazy, bro. This is going to be a fun match.
I think both matches should be interesting. I don't know if they're going to do them together, like both men and women are racing to the top, or they're going to have two different races. If they do two different races, then if stuff is destroyed in the way, it better be destroyed during that second match.
Right. Also, their corporate office is beautiful. Right. I would love to work in that damn building.
You want to live in Connecticut?
No, they were showing the building.
I'm asking.
No, I said I want to work in that building. I don't want to work in Connecticut. Listen, I hear what y'all trying to do. I hear what y'all trying to say. I don't give a damn. I want to work in that building. Replicate it and put it here. I don't give a damn. That building, that office structure is absolutely gorgeous. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a nice office building.
I hear you, fam. I hear you. But speaking of wrestling, Jimmy Uso is expected to miss 6 to 9 months with a knee injury that he suffered during a triple threat match at WrestleMania. That was a ladder match.
Owls, bro. I'm never letting that name go.
Man. He fine, so get off his face, man.
They can call him the Oos Owls because the niggas always hurt. And they will forever be the Oos
They be
Owls.
high flying. Okay, that I can't defend. They do be drinking and driving. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
They reckless as a motherfucker.
And there's only one on the road, fam.
One of them hurt and one of them drink. It's like, damn, dog.
That's sad business, folks. The NFL is going to be releasing the 2020 regular season schedule this week, Thursday, May 7th at 7 p.m. Central Time. And the schedule ain't going to have no international games because y'all know what's going on outside. Marshawn Lynch and the Seattle Seahawks are apparently discussing the new contract that will reunite him with the team for the upcoming 2020-21 season. That's gonna be, it's
a lot of 20s in that ball.
Man. That's good. Hey, look, Seattle, that's what you want to do. One, I love Marshawn Lynch, so as long as he can get the bag, I'm here for it.
He collects his chickens.
Two, he's old. I'm not too scared of Marshawn Lynch like as an opposing player anymore. So like it's a win-win for me. So
you have
like
a career game against the Packers and shit.
Man, they better not, fam. And then the Dallas Cowboys, they signed Andy Dalton to a 1-year, $3 million deal. So he the new backup in Dallas.
They said it had nothing to do with Dak, but you pay Andy and not Dak. You pay. Never mind. I'm too woke out here. I ain't even gonna go there.
You too woke, fam?
Too woke, bro. How the white man get paid before the black man? What we doing here, Jerry?
Call him to the front.
Jerry ain't had nothing to do with Dak, though.
Jerry being Jerry.
Ain't like Dak led you to the playoffs. Well, they didn't last year. Not last year, but the year before.
Hey, it's some Cowboy fans that don't want to give Dak the money.
Woo. I wonder why.
They don't think he's a good quarterback.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
No, I'm not saying like I talk to like black Cowboy fans like they do not want Dak back. Like they're like he's not worth. I don't want to pay him as much money as he wants. Like if he wanted a lesser amount, then sure, re-sign Dak. But the number that he's asking for is unreasonable. Not from racist Cowboys fans, but just from general Cowboy fans. Like some people literally think that Dak is just okay.
Overrated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Black people can be racist too.
Not in this situation. This is a football talk. That's a football. But yeah, Jerry doing what he gonna do and protecting his assets. I don't know if Andy Dalton's the horse you would want to hitch yourself to, but
I mean, Andy wasn't. He was bad last year, but I mean, he was a winning quarterback. He took him to the playoffs a couple times. Like it wasn't like he had a terrible career over in Cincy, but they've had a bad all-around team. But when they had a decent team, when Tyler Eifert was healthy, he was getting his shit off when Eifert was healthy, and then Green was still healthy at the time, and they had Sampson.
It was a low risk though.
Yeah, it's a very low risk move.
Yeah, so it really don't matter. So
Oh shit, Giovanni Bernard was still getting the shit off.
He's still naming Bengals.
Exactly, name people and shit.
But yeah, I agree with you, Ken. I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's
weird.
Like Andy Dalton and Jameis Winston are backups.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Cam said he's not signing as a backup. Well, word of the street is Cam said he's not starting. He's not signing a contract to be a backup, and that Trippy Mitchie might be out of a job because of Nick Foles. The word of the street, Nick Foles might be already penciled in as a starter.
I've been said that.
He did.
We didn't bring Nick Foles in to sit on the bench, bro. We brought him in to win games. We didn't get him to sit on the bench, bro.
And to push Trippy Mitchie.
Yeah.
What a waste of a draft pick. And y'all traded up to get him. I hope we're not saying this about. I hope we're not saying this about Jordan Love in 5 years.
Yeah, that was a complete waste.
Yeah, but the difference is Mitch was the second overall pick, and they passed on Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes.
Very true.
Whereas Jordan Love was like 25th pick in the first round. They ain't passed on anybody. So, well, they ain't passed on any other quarterbacks.
Hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have probably went Love over Hurts. Like if I had to pick a quarterback at that point, but you know how I feel about that pick. I'm not talking about them no more. Oh, did y'all see, before we get into like the end of the show, did y'all see Aaron Rodgers finally made an Instagram post where he was just on a mountain talking about chill? Like it just said like chill out.
No, but that's dramatic as fuck. What did he say?
You know he was gonna be emotional about
going to the mountaintops to think and shit.
Right, like you supposed to be your ass in the house and you decided to take a trip to the top of a mountain.
Hey, he probably bought that mountain, man. He's social distancing, fam.
That's a bit extreme, ain't it?
He like, why y'all do this to me?
He's an emotional man.
All right, what he moving mountains for?
I was first thinking Usher.
I used to fuck with that album actually.
It was a decent album. Anywho, were they in blow the whistles this week?
Nope.
We missed some non-angry folks.
Because we kind of get them out during the show. Because a couple times that I got some shit off, I was like, maybe I could have blew the whistle on their ass, but I didn't.
You got to call it beforehand, brother.
I think about it.
We're going to the Tech Top 5 then.
5, 4, 3, 2,
1.
Tech Top 5.
Last week's Tech Top 5 was best NBA players who didn't play college ball. Eric won that poll, I believe. Last I looked, you were leading pretty handedly. So congrats, sir.
Thank you. Finally back in the winner's circle. It's been too long.
This week we keeping it in the basketball realm. We're going to go with favorite NBA players of our lifetime. So we can't be talking about like Oscar Robinson and Bill Russell because we didn't see them play like that. We didn't see them play. So of your lifetime,
87.
You said what?
So we guys the one from 87.
Yep, y'all are. I'm going. Well, I mean,
I am.
Yeah, I'm going from players I can remember watching on like TV. Gotcha. That's what I'm going on. Like my favorite players growing up, but just favorite players of your lifetime. So which order are we going in? We going tech order? We going reverse tech order? You know, it's both of the ends are quiet.
We can do regular tech order then.
It don't matter.
Ken been the one that's been calling it off.
I'll go first. Let's go.
Tim Fohawk is leaning. Like
let me see you bounce right and left and let you.
Kind of look like Roscoe Dash.
Roscoe Dash.
Yeah.
Now that's a nigga I ain't heard from in a minute.
What's the song?
Damn, I almost said right there and shit.
Now your car talking.
Girl, the way you moving got me in the track.
Oh yeah.
That's no.
Oh yeah.
Roscoe song.
Yeah, that's why.
Roscoe was on there too.
Roscoe Dash. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Anyways, Ken, your top 5 players of your lifetime. I already know Kobe's probably number 1.
Yeah. So I can use Magic Johnson or no?
Did you watch Magic play? Do you remember watching Magic play, fam?
Dude was like 3 years old watching Magic.
I didn't. Well, I guess not. Okay, let's go. At number 5, I got D Wade. Number 2, I got KG.
Went from 5 to 2, fam?
Oh, my bad. And number 4, I'll start it. And number 5, I got D Wade. Number 4. All right, D Wade. Number 5. Number 4, KG. Number 3, D Rose. Number 2, LeBron. Number 1, Kobe.
Oh, LeBron a fave. Okay, I see how the tables have turned. I see how the tables have turned. Okay, for me, number 5, I got Jason Kidd. Big Jason Kidd fan of the way he played. He kind of soured me like watching him coach the Bucks, but like on court,
that nigga speak cold.
That man was cold. Like those Nets teams were some of my like favorite teams to watch. I just thought he was so fun. Number 4, I got my boy D Wade. Number 3, I got Steve Nash. Love Steve Nash. Number 2, I got Michael Jordan. And then number 1, I got Giannis. Giannis is my favorite player of my lifetime. It has been a joy watching him come into the league and just
watching him grow.
Yeah, like it's that's my favorite player. Eric.
And there you have it.
All right.
I can go now.
At 5, I'm gonna go with Rajon Rondo.
That's tough.
Boston. Like before he tore his ACL.
Yeah. He was bad. Yeah, he was cold.
Yeah,
he was cold when he was young. That's 10%.
4. So I was reminded. I don't know how I forgot, but I used to be a huge Kobe fan. So Kobe's 4. Like I had posters of him in my room.
How'd you get reminded?
I saw pictures from that room. I was like, damn, I did have Kobe. Damn, I did have plain Kobe shoes. Damn, I did have a couple Kobe jerseys. Like,
you ain't wrong at all, son.
Man, I was wondering. You and Ken would have been friends, man.
You ain't wrong at all.
3, I'm gonna go with young Dwayne Wade. 2, I'm gonna go with young Giannis Antetokounmpo. And number 1, I've been saying this pretty much as long as we've been doing this show, and since before that, but I didn't have a platform then. My all-time favorite NBA player was B.J. Armstrong.
Yeah. That's with B.J.
For sure.
We haven't got enough of him in The Last Dance, but you know.
That is true.
Okay, so for me, number 5, I'm gonna go with Ray Allen.
Like that.
Number 4, I'm gonna go with young LeBron. Actually, like when he first came in the league, I didn't care. Like his rookie year, I thought Carmelo should have won Rookie of the Year the rookie year. But after that, I was like, he separated between the two, especially their sophomore season. I was an actual LeBron fan when I was younger. Oh, well, he was younger. Number 3, I got Chris Paul.
That was your guy.
I still I've always loved the way he played, even when he was in New Orleans, and then he was over in the Clippers and they was hooping over there and shit. Like I've always just enjoyed his game and the way he was like a real floor general and shit like that. Now any night that he could literally drop like 30 whenever he wanted to, but for the most part he'd rather set his other guys up and shit like that. Like he only did it when he needed to for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, I got Mr. O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq D.
That motherfucker was a monster, dog.
Yeah,
he truly was. And number 1, I got Jordan.
I like that.
Like that.
It's been some cold players in our lifetime.
Actually, Shaq was a big part of the reason why like Kobe became one of my favorites. I was just like,
you like the Diesel.
Like when they broke up, like everybody had to pick a side. And I was like,
all right, well, that's the show today, man. We hope y'all enjoyed it. We hope y'all staying safe, staying sane. Man, which one?
Somebody turn the dryer on.
I can't going on dry. Right. I see the background.
I told you every week he takes a long walk around the block, dog. Y'all think I be lying, dog?
I had to bust it through.
This nigga, come on, let's go before we get incriminated with this nigga.
Hey, chill out.
He pop in the trunk for real. This nigga don't just be saying that. No, that's the show. We hope y'all enjoyed it. If you were new here, we hope y'all enjoyed it. We hope y'all come back. If you check in and out, you dibble dabble with us, you a fan, we appreciate you. We hope you come back more regularly. If you Tech File fam, we definitely appreciate y'all checking in with us week in and week out, especially during quarantine. So thank y'all. Can't wait to talk to y'all again next week. If you want to follow me on
wait a
social
minute.
media.
Oh shit! I gotta wait a minute.
If you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On the Twitter, Instagram, and PSN at Camille Monet, which is CAMILLEMONAE, because
Your mom is fancy.
all right, getaway driver.
Right, nigga, slow down.
Shut up, man.
Slow down.
I'm baselining, nigga, through the city.
I just realized we forgot to mention that we have a special drop for our 3rd anniversary. So if you want to purchase one of our t-shirts, the link is in the bio of our Instagram, and we will be tweeting it out and putting it on our Facebook periodically. I think it's a pretty cool shirt.
Yeah.
So, and it's only available now through May 19th.
19th. That's the last day you can order the shirt, y'all.
Yeah. So it's to celebrate our 3-year anniversary, which is coming up. Roughly $25, a little bit plus tax. But yeah, so if you're interested, get your order in before the 19th.
For sure.
Actually, that's it.
150, 3-year anniversary of the show. So make sure I mark that episode down. That's gonna be special.
Well, that's good. That's a nice even number. Nice even number right there. Okay, I like it.
We're playing things out.
At Bucks Burner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Goddamn right.
Everyday_Councilman on Instagram. Cares216 on Snitter. Oh, I said Snitter.
Oh, Snitter.
Twitter.
Ooh, what you on, fam? You gonna drop your OnlyFans next?
Everyday getaway driver, my
They ain't
nigga.
even ready for that, B. I'm trying to get all this cash.
And it's your boy.
We should do the.
It ain't my turn yet. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say we should do the 3-year anniversary on OnlyFans. Fuck it.
Hey, I got 1% left. It's your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ask Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. We'll see y'all next week. Dilly. I'm bringing that bit back.
Oh shoot! All right, you just got lazy. You weren't thinking no new phrases. I know what's going on.
I don't know what you're talking about, boss.
Peace, y'all.
Holla.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.